Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie. Today I'm continuing on with my 2018 makeup favourites, and it's a different day to when I filmed the first two because my throat was dying and I could not talk anymore, and I kind of feel the same way now. My throat is still dying and I'm hoping I can film the last few of these videos. This video we're going to be talking about eyebrow products, and I think this one might be short because I've just gone through my brow products now and I've only picked out 6 things, 2 pencils and 4 gels. You know what, I'm going to try and find some honourable mentions here. In terms of brow pencils, a lot of my favourites have been continuations from last year, like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, the H&M Brow Pencil. It's called the H&M Super Fine Brow Liner. That's a really good one. NYX one is definitely one of my all-time favourites though. Yeah, I'll give these 3 brow pencils an honourable mention. They're not as good as the 2 ultimate favourites I picked out, but they're decent. I definitely have used them throughout the year. So there's the LA Girl Shady Slim brow pencil, which is another micro brow pencil. Micro brow pencils are just my preference. The Zoe Graphic Brows in Vista, and the Revlon Color Stay brow pencil. This one isn't actually a micro one, it's like that kind of thing. That was alright. It was alright. I'll give them a mention, but these 6 products here were my ultimate favourites from the year. So I will talk about the 2 brow pencils first. Actually, no, wait. I'm going to tell you what I do with my eyebrows first. So my brow routine, as of the last few months, has been I will use a tinted brow gel to fill in my brows, and then I will use normally a micro brow pencil, sometimes a regular brow pencil, but I prefer micro ones. I'll then use those to kind of fill in my arch a bit more, or anywhere where there's a bit more sparseness, where I just want a bit more definition. I just started doing that a few months ago and I've just found it works really well for me. It's just my favourite way to do my brows. Occasionally I will fill them in with a pencil and then set them with a gel. Sometimes I do it that way, but most of the time I stick to gel then pencil. So I'll talk about the pencils that I've really liked. So the first one, which is definitely amazing, love this, will rebuy, is from BH Cosmetics. This is the BH Studio Pro Shape and Define Duo Brow Pencil. Now this is a double-ended one, but I don't really use this end very much. This end works alright, it's decent, but as I said, I prefer micro ones. This one is more of the kind of angular brow pencil. What I love it for is the micro brow pencil, which I've used this a lot throughout the year, and as you can see I've still got quite a bit of product left, which is great because I want this to last forever. By the way, this one is in the shade Ebony, which is a good colour for me. I like to just go for something that's quite an ashy dark brown sort of colour. But yeah, it's just perfect, glides on so nicely, gives me that definition. It's just what I want. I don't really know how else to describe a micro brow pencil. It's just a micro brow pencil. You want something that's going to be quite delicate, but then it's still pigmented, it still shows up in your eyes, but it's not gonna eyebrows, but it's not gonna be super blotchy, super harsh. It's just gonna give you that bit of definition that you want. And this does this. Highly recommend. Don't really like this. I do like it. I just don't reach for this side often. It's definitely all about the micro pencil with this one. Second favourite micro brow pencil is from Eyelure. This is the Eyelure Precision Brow Crown in dark brown, and it's just very similar. It is just, again, micro brow pencil. Used it quite a lot. How much have we got left of this one? Oh, quite a lot. We've got quite a lot left. I love it when things last a long time. Again, perfect colour for me. Just very similar. I mean, not too harsh, delicate, gives me definition, but not too pigmented, and looks like I've drawn my brows on with a felt tip pen. So definitely, if you're into micro brow pencils, if you like something that's just going to give you a light little touch up. I mean, you can definitely use these to fill in your whole brow as well. That definitely works too, but that's just not what I've been doing lately. Definitely would recommend these 2 brow pencils. As I said, the H&M Superfine brow pencil and the NYX brow pencil. Didn't try those last year, but I've also continued to use this year and would recommend those ones as well. So, eyebrow gels. Love me eyebrow gels. Can't live without eyebrow gels. I put them on my brows every single day. So I picked out 4. The first one, I've just like spoken about this in my December's first impressions a month later, which I just filmed before this, but it's probably going up after this. Try this in December, so obviously I've not used it all throughout the year, but since I found it, I love it. This is the Benefit Give Me Brow Volumizing Fibre Gel in number 5. I also have one in the shade number 3 that I got for Christmas, but this shade works a little bit better for me, but I can get away with number 3 as well. It's a bit more chocolatey. This is it's just great. Grabs all the hairs really well. Not splodgy, not blotchy at all. Natural, but gives you definition. This is just a foolproof brow product, and I've used this like almost every day since I got it, and it's been about like a month and a week since I bought it, and it's still going strong. It doesn't seem like it's running out yet, so that's great. Only downside is it's quite pricey. The other brow gels I got here are a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable, but I mean, this is probably my favourite out of all of them, so I probably would continue to buy this just because it is really good. It's definitely that sort of kind of high-end thing that you kind of like, I mean, it's so good, maybe I probably will continue to buy it. Some more affordable options though. So this one's from W7. This is the W7 Queen of Brows Majestic Brow Mascara. Mine's in the shade a brown. I think I got this off of Amazon. This one I think is a bit like kind of fibery. It definitely has some kind of like fibers on the wand. But again, what I like about this is it doesn't grab too much product on the brow brush, so it's not gonna like look really harsh and really splodgy. It's just quite natural. Definitely had to kind of work with it more, but I prefer that. I like something that I can kind of build up more as opposed to putting something on and I've just like got like patches of like brown gloop on my eyebrows and I can't fix it. So definitely would recommend this one if you're into like a more kind of a natural sort of brow. Another one I got off Amazon. This one is from Belle Hypoallergenic. This is their Brow Modeler Gel in the shade 03. This one has a little bit more excess than the other ones. You definitely have to wipe this one off a bit more, which is my one kind of pet peeve with it. But once you do, it's a really like good colour. And again, it's got this really like tiny wand. It's essential for me to have a tiny wand on my brow gels. That's the perfect shape for me. Really good quality gel. I feel like this one's a little bit kind of less natural maybe than the other one, just because you do get more product on the brush, but I've still really liked how this one looks when I use it. Again, it's just a bit more fiddly than the others. Still a really good quality brow gel. Now this one technically did not try it for the first time this year, but I re-bought it this year, so does that count as a 2018 favourite if I repurchased it this year? Probably not, but I'll mention it anyway. This is the New Look Brush on Brows Fibre Gel. Mine is in the shade dark brown, and I think that this might be discontinued now, which is sad. It is online anyway. You might still be able to get it in store, because I bought this in store. And I'm pretty sure I talked about this last year as well, so it's kind of cheeky of me to even put this in here. But it's a really good brow gel. It's kind of like a dupe for the Benefit one, I would say, but the Benefit one's a tiny bit better. But again, you've got that like micro little wand, which I love. This one definitely doesn't pick up too much product either, which is great. Just like the Benefit and the W7. Just gives me the brow look I want. So those are my favourite brow products of the year. So I'm just trying to think if I've got any rejects. So some reject brow gels. The CYO Brow and Lash Gel is your tame. Medium dark, the shade. It's black. Like, this is literally black. It has so much excess. It's ridiculous. Like, that I don't want to put that on my brows. That's just too much. Like, the excess on this is ridiculous. And like, what is with that colour? Like, how is that medium dark? That is literally black. Yeah, I pretty much just didn't want to put that on my brows after the first time I used it. It was not a good experience, and it's kind of stains as well, which is recommend avoiding this one. Again, it's got like that really like big ass. I don't like that kind of wand for my brows. How am I supposed to make it look natural when you can't? Also, I got this one off of Amazon. This is called Brow Drama. So if you see anything that sort of looks like this on Amazon, don't get it, because again, this has so much excess on the wand, and like, it doesn't look like it's going to have excess, and then it just does. It's just like, ugh. And I remember it just looked so splodgy and so heavy when I used it in my testing Amazon video. I mean, the colour's not actually too bad. I mean, it's quite a dark brown, but it's not black like the other one. and the wand's a little bit better, but it still just did not come out nice when I used it. I don't think there's really any brow pencils that I like hated. There's definitely some I'm not used a lot, but I wouldn't say there's any that I'm like, oh, these are massive rejects, stay away from. So just those 2 gels there that I would criticize. There's some brow products that I would like to try next year. The Body Shop has a like kind of, it's like got a gel on one end and a pencil on one end, and as I said, pencil and gel is what I use. So I want to try that one out because I'm going to do a Body Shop haul for my next first impressions. The Bourjois just brought out a brow pencil that I want to try. Lottie London's got a micro brow pencil that I want to try. So has Ardell. Ardell's got one that I want to try. Revlon's also got like a pencil gel duo that I want to try. In terms of gel, Collection Fast Brow I'm kind of curious about. The Maybelline Tattoo Brow Gel I'm curious about. And L'Oreal's just brought out a long-lasting Unbelievable brow gel. So those are just some ones that I will be trying out at some point in first impressions throughout this year. That's all I gotta say on the brows. So I will see you in my next first impression. So I'll see you for my next 2 makeup favourite videos. Goodbye.